What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. Tyler Robinson, the guy who allegedly dispatched a batch of shit, right? He dispatched a batch of shit, allegedly, right? He appeared in court today, right? Looking just as happy and glee, right? And it just seems like everybody was on his side. The judge, the defense, the prosecution. I mean, they want to make sure that you didn't look at him in any kind of weird light. We don't want him to be discriminated against, huh? Because you know, people who pick up shit are looked down upon in society, right? They looked at as the bottom realm of society because they're literally collecting feces and moving it out of the way, so that people don't step on it. And that's what apparently, allegedly, he did, right? And now he's being punished for it, right? Allegedly. Yeah, now I didn't see them offer him Burger King, but I mean, they could have took him to Sizzler. I'm sure he was hungry, right? But I know I'm pretty sure it looked like they might have fed him 5-star Michelin steak before he came there. Looking real healthy, right? Looking real spry and spree. A lot of pink color in that skin there, huh? And they said, hey, we don't want to show the handcuffs. No. As a matter of fact, why should we even show this trial? Let's not show this trial. Let's make it private. Huh? Why y'all gotta make it private? Huh? This guy's getting world-class service. He get to wear. They said, no. He can't appear in no orange jumpsuit. The regular neo-Nazis upset. They wanted them to drag this motherfucker through the mud. Huh? They wanted to treat this white boy like a black guy. No, he's supposed to show up in an orange suit with a spit mask. Huh? When they took that white boy to Burger King, they said, no, you get something off their child's, man. You can't even get a whole Whopper. No bacon. None. All right? That's what they wanted. Right? Because they still want him to eat. But he can't get a full-grown meal. He had to get the little kid's meal. He can't even get one of those little hats and shit. He can't even call himself a king. They ain't about that. All right? No. Right? They is upset. This dude's getting a red card treatment at his court. But look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think he did it. I think he's an innocent white boy who was minding his own business, right? And I think it's a government conspiracy. But who am I? Who am I? Only seeing it on TV. You know what I'm saying? Things just don't add up. Because, if I would have took that shot, at the shit, I'm a professional. I don't think I could have did a better job. He's only like 22, right? You kind of almost need that amount of experience, like that whole lifetime, in order to take a shot like that. Listen, I bet you the CIA, now keep in mind, all I said is he picked up some shit. But let's just say, for all intensive purposes, a 22-year-old made such a clean pickup of shit. Why would the government waste such a talent? Huh? Do you think we waste hackers when they go and hack government departments and shit? You think they're gonna waste that and throw that guy in the jail? Hell no. You either work for us or you don't. You either work for us or you slave for us. Either way, you're gonna do what you just did to us, you're gonna do that to somebody else. We either gonna pay you or you're not gonna get paid. You're getting a government ID card or you getting a number. You getting a booth or you getting a sale, okay? You going to solitary confinement or you going to this cubicle. Which one is it? All right? But this is gonna be wild. They better put this shit on TV. They can't, listen, the revolution for them will be televised. All right? This is their shit. And I want to watch it. They watch our shit, I want to watch their shit. God damn it, don't deny us. Shit, but anyway. Let's continue. I'll keep you guys updated on this, because don't think I ain't forget about it. I know this shit happened a long time ago. Nobody even cares about that old crusty ass shit that's gone. Even though, the wife out there, they gonna get her ass too. Right? Because something weird about that one. I think she has something to do with it. Ain't nobody acting like that after your supposed husband that you love die. Like that. Like, nah. You should be afraid to come outside yourself. Why is she not afraid to come outside herself? Anyway. That's all I gotta say. You tell me what you guys think about this bullshit, Frankenackle, in the comment section. This Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
The suspect charged with murdering conservative activist Charlie Kirk making his first in-person court appearance today. At the defense table with his lawyers, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson wearing a dress shirt, dress pants, and a striped tie, and smiling at times. In Robinson's previous court dates, he appeared remotely from jail, his first time wearing an anti-suicide vest.
Tyler James Robinson.
In October, the defense had argued and the judge ruled Robinson would be allowed to wear regular civilian clothes and not a jail uniform to prevent potentially prejudicing future jurors.
The presumption of innocence outweighs the minimal inconvenience of permitting civilian attire.
The judge also ruled the media can't show any of Robinson's restraints. Now, a new push to further limit media access. Robinson's legal team and the Utah County Sheriff's Office have asked the judge to ban cameras in the courtroom during trial. Charlie Kirk was shot while speaking at Utah Valley University on September 10th. Kirk was in the middle of debating a student about gun violence when Robinson allegedly fired a shot from a roof 100 yards away in front of more than 300 spectators. Robinson has not entered a plea. He could face the death penalty if convicted.
Good afternoon, and I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon. And for the benefit of the record, calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Counsel, as we're moving forward today, I want to give an overview of what we anticipate doing. And it comes down, we're addressing three issues. The first is the October 14th, 2025 audio recording of the closed hearing and the October 24th, 2025 transcript of that hearing. The second is the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order, commonly known or referred to as the gag order. And finally, the motion for limited intervention and request for notice of motions to close, seal, or reclassify, and which has been filed by the media organizations and by counsel who are present today. So as we begin, the first part is we'll begin by addressing the October 14th audio recording and the October 24th transcript. This portion of the hearing will be closed so that I may hear from the parties regarding which portions of the recording the record should remain sealed. All members of the public and the press will be excused, and the hearing will not be broadcast. This is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected, and it would not benefit to have everyone listen to what should be sealed. And so after I've heard argument, we will invite all parties or the public and the media to come back in, and the hearing will resume transmission. We will then take up the motion for limited intervention, followed by the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order. These portions, the last two portions, will be open to the public and to the press. After hearing argument on all three matters, I will take a brief recess and then return to issue my ruling today. We will then stand in recess. So at this point, we'll go ahead and excuse the public and the media, and it is the court's order that transmission be terminated temporarily.
Your Honor, we have one request with respect to the closed hearing. May I be heard on that?
Yes, counsel.
Thank you. Richard Novak for Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson has some immediate family members who are present, his father, his mother, and his brother, and we would ask the court to permit them to remain in the courtroom during the closed portion of the hearing.
To the state.
My only concern with that, Your Honor, is that we're going to be talking about court security measures. And I don't know that we'll have to go into a lot of detail about that, but I do have concerns about those issues being discussed in public.
All right. Mr. Novak, do you have authority that supports allowing them to remain in a closed hearing?
No, I think it's subject to the court's discretion to decide who is and is not an appropriate member of the public. I think they have a unique relationship with Mr. Robinson, and they would certainly abide by any orders the court makes concerning disclosure of what is discussed in closed session. But obviously, it's up to the court.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. I'm going to rule that they will be excluded as well. It is just given the nature and the sensitivity of it. I believe it is appropriate to treat all parties in the public equally, though I do recognize their relationship with Mr. Robinson. Thank you for your request.
Supposedly, this is the man who unalived Charlie Kirk. His name is Tyler Robinson. This is the man accused of unaliving Charlie Kirk appears in court for the first time. This is what he looks like. And the comments on these videos are absolutely diabolical. I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of the comments of what they're saying. And also, as usual, let's talk about it down in the comments of how you guys feel about this situation. Someone said he made one mistake, don't let it ruin his life. Lobster said one offense shouldn't ruin a young man's life. Another person said, I'm not gonna lie, this whole thing changed my perspective on our government. I used to be a this, then I became a now neither. They were made to divide our country apart. Open your eyes, people. That's I agree. Another person says, looks innocent to me. Another person commented and said hero. Another person said innocent, by the way. So I've noticed a lot of people are saying that he's a hero. A lot of people in the comment section have been saying that he's innocent. And a lot of people are saying that one mistake shouldn't ruin a young man's life. You guys let me know how you guys feel about this down in the comments below.
He's here, I saw him, okay? He's sitting in the back.
Yesterday, the alleged assassin of Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson, appeared in court, and this is what you missed. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I, like many of you, have been following along very closely as this case progresses towards trial. So yesterday, there were a couple motions that needed to be addressed before the court regarding the media and clarification on a previous issue that the judge had ordered. So let's go over some of them and what the judge has decided. The first issue before the court, and the only one we really got a decision on yesterday, was what witnesses meant in the so-called gag order that had previously been issued by the judge. Okay. In the gag order that the judge had issued, it had said that the witnesses were not allowed to make commentary to the media, right? And the attorneys were unclear about what witnesses meant because there was language in the order that referenced an attorney ethics statute that sort of related to what attorneys are responsible for and what attorneys are responsible to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean what a layperson can do. There was an argument about prior restraint, meaning that the court can't bar someone from talking about something, like anything, prior to it happening, right? That's actually a First Amendment issue, prior restraint. A court can't restrict your speech. And the argument also was that, and from the defense's perspective, is that it would obviously taint a jury pool if people are talking and saying things like that. So, and then, then the prosecution's argument is prior restraint. So the judge, the only decision he really made was that the order does extend to the witnesses and that they have to be careful about what they're saying about the case in order to protect a fair trial, right? But he is aware that there are over 4,000 people that are potentially witnesses to this case, but the witnesses have to govern themselves accordingly, which really isn't a clarification. It's more of just tell your witnesses to govern themselves accordingly, and we'll see what happens. The other issues had to do with media in the courtroom, and he has not made a decision on those yet. He set that hearing date for, I believe, December 29th or December 30th. And we'll find out what the extent of the media in the courtroom and what can be recorded and shown to the public can be. They also set a date out for February for an additional motion hearing, which was supposed to be a preliminary conference or a preliminary hearing where we would hear some of the evidence that they have about Tyler Robinson and what they are intending to use. But I believe that's going to be transferred to a further date out so they can hear the additional motion issues based on the camera decisions by the judge. So it really was not much happened. Really not much happened. They also made Erica Kirk the victim representative. A victim representative is the individual who stands in place of the victim and is there to make the decisions and speak for the victim who cannot speak for themselves, which means that she's entitled to be present at the hearings and the trials, give a victim impact statement, talk to the district attorney about decisions regarding the case, things like that. So that was ordered by the judge as well. Let me know if you have any questions about any of that. Let me know if there's anything that I missed and you want to talk about. But that's what happened yesterday in court with Tyler Robinson. And I will see you guys later so we could talk all about it. Bye.
The suspected killer of Charlie Kirk has court today. This is a matter of public interest. I am sure we will all be allowed to watch the trial, right?
But I am shocked that prosecutors who work for the government, work for the state, don't want the public to see what's happening here?
What? Wait, we all saw the crime happen in 4K on streaming. And then the government released these alleged text messages of the suspect talking, and these messages sound like they were written in 1649. Read them. This one says, I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in the Orem for a little while longer yet. Who talks like this? Then, after releasing all of this information, the government doesn't want us to watch the trial and see the evidence. That's not how this should work. You put us in the investigation by having press conferences and literally releasing the evidence. How are you going to stop now that it's time to actually have the trial? The request should be denied.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.